Hi, my name is Glenn Beatty, U.S. Life Master. The Najdorf system is one of the most popular systems of the Sicilian Defense. The Argentine Grandmaster M. Najdorf played it for the first time in a tournament game in the 40s. Nowadays, it is seen in every level of tournament. Fischer and Kasparov use it as a main defense against e4. In many variations, an uncompromising battle arises where every move has great importance. A good and practical choice if black wants to play for a win from the beginning. This is our second video on the Sicilian Defense, Najdorf Variation, in a series of videos which will be numbered as volumes. Each video will have a number of games in which we will look at the correct plan for black and white. Our goal is to understand the typical motifs and tactical schemes for the second player. We are looking at these positions from the black point of view. Therefore, we will be biased towards black, but not disproportionately. White's sixth move, bishop to e2, will be analyzed. ECO code B92. We hope to enlighten you on the different variations and traps within the bishop to e2 Najdorf variation. Let's begin. The Sicilian Defense, black's most aggressive and successful defense against e4. Fischer and Kasparov main weapon. Black gives his queen a nice lane of d8, a5 diagonal, and attack the center from his queen's wing. White plays a natural move with knight to f3 to influence the center. Black counters with d6, protecting the c5 pawn, creating a pawn chain, and controlling another central square, e5. White fights for central control and frees his dark squared bishop. The Najdorf Variation, a very aggressive variation for black against e4. Black would like to play in this position b5, b4, kicking the white knight off of c3. Bishop to e2, a favorite move of former world champion Antonio Karpov. White wants to control g4 by pushing his f pawn, followed by bishop to f3. Black gives himself a big hole on d5, but pushes white knight out of the center, a good trade-off, because black will acquire active piece play, and his e5 pawn is controlling key squares in white's position. Expanding on the queen side. Black sacrifice the exchange, a common motif in positions where the c-file is half open for black's benefit, as in the Sicilian Dragon. Missiles. Checkmate. Let's look at another game where black sacrificed on c3. Rook takes c3 once again. Black netted a pawn for the exchange. Not just any pawn, but a key central pawn. Black is favored in this position. Why? Because white doesn't have a constructive plan. And white must resign. G2 is hanging and E2 is hanging. Black should always be on the lookout for giving up his rook for white's knight on C3. Let's look at if black plays knight to B3. Let's examine this variation. White would like to play bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and the knight hops into d5, controlling central squares. But black stops that idea. Black is controlling the important f4 square. White is forced to part with his bishop because the knight is going to go to f4. Winning the lady in the center of the board. If queen d4, bishop to c5, and the lady is trapped. In summary, you should always look out for sacrificing your rook for white's knight on c3. Also, we've seen in this video the importance of controlling e5, f4 with the e5 pawn, controlling critical squares in white's position. Good luck. Good chess. Cheers.